phones, tablets, and e-readers while we're here at the gate. However, once we close our boarding door, you must please place these items into airplane mode or turn off your cellular service. So we'd like to thank you all for choosing to fly Delta. Welcome on board.
All right, we had a rough landing on the 777, but it's not just that. My ACAR system for black box is not picking up on my landings. So it's okay. I went back in. I thought I'd drop back and punt, and we're flying out here on Delta Embraer E145 instead. So, which I like. I like this aircraft. It's really nice. XCrafts did an outstanding job when they created it, and so I thought we'd just take it instead. Would take a much smaller contingent. Obviously, doesn't make as much money, but why not? Let's just do it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and GPU. Engine covers off. For company load sheet. Hold on. Before we go out, I need to change something before we go out. I need to go back to my flight, my bids. We need to make sure the right aircraft will be showing up in our bids. So we're going to go find the E145 Embraer. Okay. Now, okay, so I think I may have had it set right. Okay, I may have had it set right. Now maybe that was overkill what I just did. So I don't care. Load and reload the flight plan. Because we still are doing coming in on runway 25. We are not. I don't want to come in on runway 05. But if they want me to come in VOR, let's dance. Let's do it. I don't care. Loading the plane now. It's an instant load. Okay. And how dark it is. Okay, let's go over here.
All units okay.
We're off. We're running on 8 GPU power right now. Avionics and master are on. Exterior lights. Nav, yes. Red beacon, strobe, and NSP. Fuel, because we remember we're already loaded, so I'm going to put up the fuel. And logo. Fasten seat belts, and we're going to go sterile cockpit. Fire test. APU is coming up. We can make sure here. Watch it here. Packs are on the on position. APU bleed open. Millie, we're on APU power now. On the E145 hydraulic pumps in the off position currently, is there any problem with going ahead and turning on the electric pumps?
In the flight factor 777300ER, turning on the electric hydraulic pumps while the engine-driven pumps are off is generally fine and often recommended during certain phases like engine start or when extra hydraulic pressure is needed. Just ensure you monitor the hydraulic pressure gauges to confirm proper operation. For example, you might say, flight factor 777, electric hydraulic pumps on, monitoring pressure. This keeps you ahead on system management and prevents surprises. Let me know if you want me to walk you through the hydraulic system indications.
Millie, one correction is that we are going to fly back over to Algiers in the Embraer E145.
Flying the Embraer E145 back to Algiers is a solid plan. Remember, the E145 has a very responsive autopilot system that can handle RNAV and RNP approaches well, which is great for complex airspace like around Algiers. For example, when you tune the ILS frequency for runway 28 at Algiers, you can say, Algiers Tower Embraer 145 established ILS runway 28 approach. This keeps your comms clear and professional. Let me know if you want tips on managing the FMS for that route or approach.
My question is that on some of my checklist it has the waiting to start the hydraulic pumps until the engines are started, but is there any problem with running that electric pumps before the engine is started?
Running the electric hydraulic pumps before engine start is generally safe and often recommended to build up system pressure early, especially in the flight factor 777300ER. For example, you might say, flight factor 777, electric hydraulic pumps on, monitoring pressure. This helps avoid pressure drops during engine start. Just watch the hydraulic pressure gauges closely. Let me know if you want me to explain the hydraulic system indications in detail. You're doing great managing these systems.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but that's not what I asked. Okay. I'm not going to put in the arrival information yet. Take us up to 4,000 for takeoff. Climb and maintain. We need to ask. That 1017 is our QNH. Let's go ahead and get our IFR clearance to Algiers.
I'll contact clearance for our IFR clearance to Algiers. We'd like to collect our IFR clearance and we have kilo.
Inero 4000, clear to Algiers via the Subdeck 5 Alpha departure runway 25. Initial climb 4000, departure on 130.9er, squawk 3271.
Squawk 3271, I heard.
4000. Clear to Algiers via SOFAC 5 Alpha departure. Runway 25. Initial climb to 4000. Departure frequency 130.9. Squawk 3271.
Right, winds are 267 and 1. Really? Is that it?
Switching to ground on 122.125. Itaro
Yeah, it
4000.
is. UNH is 1017. Thrust is set to 1, flaps 9.
Good evening and welcome aboard. On behalf of ITA Airways and our entire crew, I am Astrid Hansen, your lead flight attendant. This is ITA Airways Flight 4000, departing from Rome and heading to Algiers. Please find your seat according to your boarding pass and stow your hand luggage either in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. If you need any assistance, do not hesitate to ask any member of our crew. Thank you for flying with us.
They got our flight level at 190 again. I guess there's a method to it. There's a reason for it. I don't know why. 190. Fuel is currently at 7818, and we're going to just confirm what's already there. Okay. Okay, good. Flaps are 9. For our weight. Good. Now for our flight plan. Let's walk through any discontinuities or issues. Like I said, I haven't entered the information. I really don't care if it's ILS or not, but right now they've got us set up for runway 05. Okay, we'll do a VOR ZM2. We do not have an arrival. We have an approach. This is a VOR DME1, ZM2, and no star. We'll have a star. Oh well, let me do so. Nope. No, we're good. Gives me an immediate discontinuity there. But what if I just simply take ZM and move it up here? That's good. Okay. We're ready for our push back and start clearance.
Requesting pushback and start clearance from ground now. 4000, requesting pushback and start clearance with information kilo.
Arrow 4000, push and start approved. Face north.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Facing north. Itaro 4000.
All right, so for ground services now, we are currently on our APU. So we're going to disconnect the GPU. Closing the door.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect. Windshield strap and adapter in position. Release parking brake when ready to start pushback.
We're going to go ahead and this goes to weather. And weather is active.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay. Gus is being released.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all call. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board your Delta flight. So in just a moment, we'll be showing you a brief presentation on the safety features of this aircraft. We kindly ask that you please direct your attention to the video monitors and flight attendants in the aisle, even if you are a frequent flyer. Thank you so much.
Cabin attendants, arm doors and cross-check. Welcome aboard ITA Airways Flight 40000. We are flying to Algiers with an estimated
Welcome aboard,
flight time of 1
and
hour
thank you for
35
choosing
minutes.
Delta for
Please pay
100
close
years
attention to the
and
safety
counting.
demonstration, even if you fly over. Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal into the buckle. Tighten
The health
it
and safety
release
of our
by
customers and
lifting the
crew
buckle flap.
is our #1 priority
Keep your seatbelt
and the shared
fastened when the
responsibility
sign is on.
of everyone on board.
Return your seat
So,
bags and
before we
tray
depart,
tables to the
please pay
upright
attention
position
to this
and
important
open window
message.
blinds for takeoff
Stow
and
all
landing.
carry-on items in an
Set
overhead
mobile
bin
phones
and place
devices to
smaller
flight
items
mode.
completely under the seat
Stow
in front of you.
laptops during takeoff and landing. Smoking and e-cigarettes are
Larger
prohibited
electronic
on board.
devices must be placed in a bag.
Oxygen masks drop
Handheld
automatically if
portable
needed.
electronic devices, including
over
mobile
nose and
phones,
mouth
should also
before
be
you
secured.
Secure your
Keep
own
the
mask
aisles,
before helping
exits,
others.
and bulkhead areas clear.
Life vests are
If you
under your
lose
seat
an electronic
between
device
seats.
in your seat,
Put on,
please
fasten, and
do not
inflate
adjust
after
your
leaving
seat
the aircraft.
and ask a crew member for
Child
help.
life vests are available. Floor
As we
lighting
leave the
guides to
gate,
exits,
fasten
which
your
are clearly
seatbelt by
marked.
inserting the metal
There
tip
are
into
4
the
exits
buckle
on this
and adjusting the strap so it's low and
ERJ145
tight across your
The
lap.
nearest
To
exit
release,
behind
lift
you.
the top of the buckle.
Leave belongings
If
behind
your seat
you.
has a shoulder harness,
Follow
attach
crew
the metal
instructions
tip to the
immediately.
fitting on the belt.
If any device
To
becomes
release,
hot or
push the
smokes,
metal tip
inform
down.
crew immediately.
Stay seated
The
with your
safety card
seatbelt
has full
fastened when the
details. Thank
seatbelt
you for
sign
your
is
attention.
on, and keep it fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough air. In the event of rough air, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Federal regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin. Smoking, vaping, the use of e-cigarettes or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors.
There are 8 exits on this plane, 8 doors, 4 on each side. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft.
In the event of an evacuation, leave all bags behind. Carry-in baggage will slow the evacuation. All exits are clearly marked with the green exit symbol. Locate the nearest exits and remember, they might be behind you. If we lose power, lights will illuminate the aisles to guide you to an exit.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull a mask or streamer down to start the flow of oxygen. Remove any face covering and place the mask over your nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over your head and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note the oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
A water evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case. Life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest. For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap between the legs. See your safety card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lab children are in marked compartments at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Before takeoff, bring your seat to its upright position and stow your tray table, footrest, and leg rest. Be sure you fastened your seatbelt low and tight across your lap, carry-on items secured, and armrests are at resting position, or as otherwise indicated on the placard in front of you. If you have a suite door, ensure it's open. See placard instructions inside the suite door for opening instructions in case of emergency. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket.
As we finish our safety check, please let us know if you have any questions.
As we take off into the future, sit back and relax. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta, today and for the next 100 years.
Okay, we're ready for our taxi instructions.
I'll contact the ground for taxi instructions. Fiume ground, Itaro 4000, ITA, Airways flight 4000. We're ready to taxi, and we have information Kilo.
Darrow 4000, runway 25 taxi via Sierra Hotel Romeo Bravo Bravo Alpha.
Runway 25, Sierra Hotel Romeo Bravo Bravo Alpha, Itaro 4000.
All right. Okay. Let's see if we can focus here.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Oh, he was waiting on me. My fault.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
All right, buddy. We're going to go for flaps 9 and takeoff configuration. Okay. Let's go. All right, so there's pluses and minuses to flying the Embraer ERJ145. The biggest one is a 777 or Airbus 330 can hold 350 people. I'm kind of limited here. Which makes me wonder if the tickets aren't more expensive. I don't know. Missed a turn. I think I did. Yes, I missed a turn. On it. Okay. This is the nice thing about this size aircraft, so we're going to try to just swing around. I think we can safely do it. Oh, there we go. I was told there's another addition I might want to try that has to do with helping lighting at night, but I think the lighting looks pretty good.
Arrow 4000, contact tower on 127.625. Have a good evening.
Contacting tower on 127.625. Arrow 4000. Fume tower, Arrow 4000. Good evening, holding short 25. Ready for departure.
Arrow 4000, Fuma Tower, runway 25, winds calm, cleared for takeoff.
It's pretty efficient. He's already cleared me. I'm going to go ahead and hit my takeoff button here.
Runway 25, cleared for takeoff.
See here we now we're rolling takeoff. We're good there.
Approaching runway 25.
Flaps are set to 9. We're ready for takeoff. All right, throttle to 40%. One click, 2 clicks. $80 knots. V1, rotate. Positive rate of climb. Gear up. Man, it's smooth. The air is really smooth right now. It's nice.
Arrow 4000, contact Rome departure on 130.9er.
Contacting Rome departure on 130.9.
Flaps are retracted.
Arrow 4000. Rome departure, Arrow 4000. Good evening, climbing through 1000.
Arrow 4000, Rome departure identified. Climb flight level 100, turn left heading 200, vectors 2, then on course.
Okay, 100.
Climb flight level 100, left heading 200, vectors, then on course. Arrow 4000.
Smooth ride tonight. I mean, the air.
Arrow 4000, contact Rome radar on 132.525.
Contacting Rome radar radar on 132.525, Itaro 4000. Home radar, Itaro 4000. Good evening, 2000 for flight level 100.
Itaro 4000, Rome radar identified. 10 Rome, QNH 1016.
Rome QNH 1016, Itaro 4000.
Itaro 4000, climb flight level 190.
Climbing flight level 190, Itaro 4000.
We're at 8,000 and climbing, and we're going to be climbing all the way to flight level, which is 19,000 this flight. Speed staying in check. Right there, I'm using flight level change. It's helping me to keep things under 250 knots until we get above 10,000. You'll see this come up. Okay, so we're nearing that, so I'm going to go ahead and go.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we climb to our cruising altitude, we'd like to extend a special thank you to each of you, and a welcome back to our SkyMile members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family. For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened
Dear
anytime
guests,
the seatbelt sign
you
is
may
on.
now use approved electronic
Even if the
devices
sign is
in
off,
flight
please
mode.
keep your
Our
seatbelt
cabin
fastened in
service
case
will
we
begin
experience
shortly.
any unexpected
Thank you
rough
for
air.
flying with ITA Airways.
We ask that you also please remember to use caution if opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during takeoff. We've now reached an altitude where it's safe to use approved electronic devices, and a listing of these devices can be found in Sky Magazine in the seat pocket in front of you. On today's flight in the economy cabin, it'll be our pleasure to offer you complimentary Coca-Cola products, Starbucks coffee, water, juices, a variety of complimentary snacks, as well as a selection of our fresh eats items and all-day goodies. Beer, wine, and spirits are available complimentary for our first class and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available for purchase for the main cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as of our fresh eats items, can be found in the menus in your seat pocket. Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages and snacks. However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American Express card to save 15% and earn double miles on all Delta purchases. For your
13,000.
enjoyment, each seat is equipped with your own personal entertainment system. On it, you can view a selection of complimentary as well as on-demand TV shows, movies, and music. You will find that this screen will work best with just a light tap of your fingertip. Feel free to use your own headsets. Otherwise, if you do need a headset, just let a flight attendant know they are yours complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
think it's a pretty straight shot from here. Let's see. It is. Good. Sinu, Bidu, Gokumi. Whoa, so I don't see that. Suffix. I see suffix. Okay. Toil. Takes us on in. Okay. We'll see if they change us around on arriving runway. I'm good either way. If they want to try to put us on niner, I'd be fine with it. That up there. And we're 485 miles. Right, we're gonna let this go cruise for a bit, and then I'll be back shortly.
Dear guests, we will now begin our snack and beverage service. Today we are pleased to offer our signature Italian espresso and a selection of fresh pastries. After the service, you will have the opportunity to browse selected items from the ITA Airways shop. Thank you for flying with ITA Airways.
Itaro 4000, contact Marcel Control on 123.9
Contacting Marseille Control on 123.8. Itaro 4000. Marseille Control. Itaro 4000. Good evening. With you flight level 190.
Aero 4000, Marshal Control, identified, Bonanati. Contact Algiers Maghreb Control on 125.4.
Contacting Algiers. Maghreb Control on 125.4. Itaro 4000. Algiers Maghreb Control. Itaro 4000. Good evening, maintaining flight level 190.
Itaro 4000, Algiers Maghreb Control, identified. Good evening.
I think when I walked away, that we've been I did not switch to the cruise mode, so where the throttle was set, we've been blowing it out. Here, let's see if I can get back. Let's get a descent clearance.
Requesting descent clearance from Algiers Maghreb Control.
Algiers Maghreb Control. Itaro 4000. ITA. Airways Flight 4000. Requesting clearance to descend.
Itaro 4000. Whenever you'd like descend, flight level 140.
Descending flight level 140, Itaro 4000.
Got us at about a 700 feet per minute descent.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have left our cruising altitude and started our approach to Algiers. Please return to your seats, stir your tables, fasten your seatbelts, and note that the use of lavatories is no longer permitted. Thank you for your attention.
Saudi 4000, is runway 9er available for arrival?
Itaro 4000, runway 9er available. Expect ILS, VOR or visual approach.
Okay.
Attendants, please prepare the cab for arrival.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our initial descent. At this time, we ask that you kindly begin to recheck the security of your seatbelt. And if you've removed any items from the overhead bins, please begin to restow them at this time.
18,000 feet.
Okay, we 108.50, and let's change our arrival information. Arrival will be on runway 09 ILS. Okay. Take more there. Move more right there. And we're good. Our decision altitude is 560 feet. Final approach course is 090. In the event of a missed approach, says possible turn left to climb on R343 to 3060 and as directed. Okay. All right.
Itaro 4000. Contact Algiers approach on 121.4.
Contacting Algiers approach on 121.4. Itaro 4000. Algiers approach, Itaro 4000. Good evening, descending flight level 160 for flight level 140.
Itaro 4000. Algiers approach. Identified. Spa El Caire. Expect the ILS runway 9er approach into Algiers. And confirm you have information Sierra.
Expecting ILS runway 9er approach into Algiers with information Sierra. Itaro 4000.
We're at about 1,000 feet per minute right now. Not much to see outside right now because of it's dark.
Itaro 4000, descend flight level 110.
Descending flight level 110. Itaro 4000.
He's letting us continue. We'll take us all the way down. We're hanging out at around 150 knots. It's kind of slow for where we are. We'll pick it up a little bit. Let's see. Alright, landing lights are coming up.
Tower 4000, descend flight level 080.
Descending flight level 080, Itaro 4000.
Continuing. Yeah. I think eventually he'll have us down to about 040.
Tower 4000, descend flight level 050. Turn right heading 250. Vectors for the ILS runway 9er approach. QNH 1019er.
Descending flight level 050, right heading 250. Vectors for the ILS runway 9er approach. QNH 1019er, Itaro 4000.
050. Gotcha. Flaps are going to 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our final approach into Algiers. Please ensure all electronic devices are now turned off and stowed safely. Kindly put your tray tables away, return your seats to the full upright position, and fasten your seat belts securely. Crew, please check that all passengers are seated and belted. The weather in Algiers is calm with clear skies. Our assigned gate is Terminal 4, Gate W24. Thank you for your attention.
Really, the winds are very calm tonight. Well, we do have a little bit of a 24 knot crossing us right now, but overall it's been like uneventful. It's good. We're at 7,000 and descending. 170 knots. Flaps at 9. I'd really like to try to come in. Our lap setting should be 2.2. It gives us like a little bit of a swiftness, but it really gives us a smooth touchdown. We're about 31 miles from the airport, but we have a downwind to do to come back and do our base flag and come back to final. And we're at 5,500. We've been in flight for an hour and 14 minutes. At 68 knots. Here we go. We're evening out at 4,000. Give it a little bit of thrust. There we go. Stay around 160, 158, 160 knots. We're just going to miss a little bit of weather, looks like. Sure are. 163 knots, 4,000 feet. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the Mar waypoint, because that will be the next waypoint we need to arrive at. Speed is 166 knots. Airport should be out to our left. And it is. Brief the approach.
We'll be arriving in Algiers. Transition level is 50 feet. After the start, we'll intercept the ILS to runway 90. Weather at arrival shows winds calm, CAV OK, temperature 23 degrees. In the event of a missed approach, we'll follow the published missed approach procedure. Squawk code remains 3271, and approach frequency will be Algiers approach on 121.4. We'll configure for landing with flaps 30, and final approach speed will be 135 knots. Once on the ground, we'll be taxiing to gate, Terminal 4 gate W24A. I think we're ready for the arrival, Captain.
I think we are, but no, we're not going to go 30 flaps. We'll be at 22 flaps. Winds are at 100 at 2 knots. That's it. 1002. QNH is 1020, 1020. And arrival weight will be 37,400. Puts us in great shape. Okay. Really great shape. We're not going to use half the runway just to come in. It's good.
Tower 4000, turn left heading 230.
Left heading 230. Itaro 4000.
Tower 4000, 6 miles from FF09er. Turn left heading 120. Maintain altitude 3,500 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 9er approach.
Left heading 120. Maintain 3,500 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 9 approach. Itaro 4000.
Taro 4000. Contact Algiers Tower on 118.7.
Contacting Algiers Tower on 118.7. Itaro 4000. Algiers Tower, Itaro 4000. Good evening, established on the ILS runway 23 approach.
Itaro 4000, Algiers Tower, roger, continue approach.
Gears down. Approach is active. Just looking for a capture here. Come on, man. Take us. Where I see the glide scope active there. There we go. You grab us. You're gonna make me chase it, and I shouldn't have to. Should not have to. I'm at flaps 2-2. Okay, we're capturing it. We're catching it. See, but it never grabbed the approach. We're set for 108.50. Everything's set correctly. And we're on the localizer. Speed's good. Gears down.
Approaching runway 9. Caution! Caution!
I'm watching now because we're at 300 feet.
Approaching minimums.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
My aircraft.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Contact ground on 121.8.
Contacting ground on 121.8. Itaro 4000. Algiers ground. Itaro 4000. Good evening, cleared of runway. Ready to taxi to the gate.
Itaro 4000, Algiers ground. Taxi to Terminal 4, Gate W24A,
Please
via
remain
Juliet
seated
3,
with your seatbelt
Juliet,
securely
Juliet
fastened
6,
until the
Juliet.
captain has
Good
parked the
day.
aircraft at the gate and turned off the seatbelt sign.
Turn it off.
This will be your one and only indication that it's safe for you to get up and move about the cabin.
Landing lights are off.
Please be reminded to use caution when opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may have shifted during landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Algiers.
You may now use your
A little
mobile
fun fact
phones
for
and
you.
other handheld
Algiers
electronic
is known as the
devices while
White
we taxi
City
to the gate.
due to its stunning
However,
white
your laptop
buildings that
computers and
gleam
larger
under the
electronics must
Mediterranean
remain
sun.
stowed.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened
We
until we
invite you
have
to
reached
visit
the final
delta.com
parking
for all your
position
future
at the
travel
gate.
needs, including
On
checking in
behalf
for a
of your
flight
flight crew,
and
thank
managing
you
your
for
Sky
flying
Miles
with
accounts.
ITA Airways. The local time here in Algiers is 12:14
If any of you should have questions
For those
regarding
with
ground
connecting
transportation,
flights,
baggage
please note
claim,
the following departures. Flight
or
ITA
any other
Airways
information, a Uniform
540
Delta
to
agent
Paris.
meeting this flight will be more than
Charles
happy
de
to
Gaulle
answer any
departs at
questions you may
2:30
have.
p.m. from Gate B12, and flight ITA
On
Airways
behalf of Delta Sky
678 to
team, our
Istanbul
global
departs
partners,
at
and flight crew,
3:45 p.m. from
we'd
Gate
like to thank you all for flying with us.
Thank you
We've
again for
enjoyed
choosing
having you on
ITA
board
Airways,
and look
we
forward to
wish
the
you a
opportunity
pleasant
to serve
stay
you once
or
again.
onward journey.
Thank you so much, and have a wonderful evening. Flight attendants, prepare doors for arrival, please. Cross-check and all call.
Good landing. Good. All right, brake is parking brake is on. Ground services GPU. All right. That was good. That was good. Okay, so next we are going to do some replay. Let's go back. Okay, it was good. Good flight. Good flight. See you on the next one.